This is CMN. This is Canadian MGTOW. Having fun, and not giving a shit. My story today is about another entitled princess who somehow holds a job writing about utter crap. Anna Davis wrote an article titled, "I Want All the Perks of Maternity Leave, Without Having Any Kids." In it she interviews Megan Foy, whose parents obviously didn't know how to spell Megan. Megan Foy, predictably, is almost 40, and has already hit the wall. She immediately whines how she felt envious of parents on staff leaving the office at 6 while it was assumed co-workers without kids would pick up the slack. She is stupid, and unassertive. Why work 10 years at a job that treats staff like that? She goes on to say how, although childless, that she needed maternity leave, or as she craftily calls it ME-ternity leave. She blathers on how to her it would be a sabbatical that would allow women, and to a lesser degree men, shift their focus on the part of their lives that doesn't revolve around their job. Absolutely no explanation as to why she thinks men would need a break to a lesser degree. This is one of my pet peeves about feminism, and that is the huge empathy gap that exists. 90% of workplace deaths are men, but hey, this special snowflake needs a break. Boo freaking who. So what makes her career any different than the last century of men's careers? Working the 10-hour days, getting no special time off, and all out putting the job first has been an expectation of the men's working life forever, and yet, now that a female has to endure what we have always had to live with, they want out. They suddenly need me time, in a world where they also want equal pay, female affinity groups, and privilege. You can tell this woman has been single all her life when she says how leaving work on time using the reason of "my friend just got ghosted by her OkCupid date and needs a margarita," is as equally valid as a parent using the reason of, "I need to go pick up my child." Yeah, being fined for picking up your toddler late, or perhaps even losing your childcare space if you pick them up late frequently, is totally on par with meeting your supposedly adult friend for happy hour. At any rate, poor Megan finally did go on her maternity leave, and took a year and a half. She didn't change diapers but apparently grappled with self-doubt while away from the corporate world. Poor Megan. How did she ever do it? I'll have to ask my ex-wife how much sympathy she'd give poor Megan. Megan just assumes maternity leave is a break, a vacation of non-stop fun, and introspection if you are into that feelings bullshit. Perhaps Megan should experience the amount of sleep deprivation you go through with a newborn. Or how about a nice third-degree tear between her vagina and anus that my ex-wife experienced when giving birth to our 10-pound baby boy? As for margaritas with your friend, try staying at home for 6 months before you even attempt to go out on a date with your spouse. There is absolutely no me in maternity, or paternity for that matter. It is only at the very end of the article that she says that the pressure to stay late at the office wasn't coming from the parents on staff or the bosses, but actually from herself. She realized she didn't need an excuse to leave on time. Sounds like just being assertive to me, something that shouldn't take a year and a half to figure out. Besides, aren't all you feminists strong, independent women? I call bullshit. Perhaps call your local mangina politician to make maternity leave mandated law. But just for women, of course. Time to score this woman using my exclusive CMN checklist. Entitled, check. Selfish, check. Narcissistic, check. Feminist, check. Post-wall, check. Inexplicably employed. Check. Delusional. Check. Self-centered. Check. Egotistical. Check. Immature. Check. Unaccountable. Check. Lack of empathy. Check. Sexist. Check. Wow, a perfect 13 out of 13 score. According to my scale, this means, this woman is a shit-belching, quivering, sessile, parasitic cluster of smegmolts held together by an uneven coating of chunky, cottage cheese-looking semen that, were it not for a set of fortunate allowances she has enjoyed, would be frolicking among her fellow waste monsters in a river of olive and cheddar feces flowing under the streets of New York City. I'm just wondering if this book comes with a pacifier to suck on, since anyone that would buy it clearly needs one, as they have not grown up yet. I'm Canadian MGTOW, more news later on this CMN station.